Oh, last week.
Last week we got fucking lumped up like motherfuckers, dude.
Hello. Speaking of,
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Freak Show. And we're pretty much on the eve of NXT Takeover. I think that show's going to be good tonight. What do you think about that show?
Well, what's his face? And what time does it start? Because AEW starts at 6.
So Takeover starts at 7.
Is it? It's 7. So yes. So you have.
It's on, but it's on the network, so you got to watch right away. That means you can actually watch even later.
All right, let's see if I can open this. I'm gonna try and open Facebook on my laptop on my iPad, and this way we could see what people are saying to us.
Oh yeah.
Well, first things first, I want to apologize to everyone for last week. I was anybody on not Friday so much, but Saturday I was lumped up. Saturday I was, and I know you're laughing. You're an asshole. I was, especially to my fiance. How she had to deal with me. I was lumped up. I was pretty bad.
Lumped up? You were fucking talking Chinese, motherfucker.
I was bad. I know it was bad, but was I that bad? Like I can't imagine half the shit I said.
Oh, I gotta chill out. I don't want to offend anybody because then the cancel culture might come after me.
Wow. Well, that's why I knew something was wrong when she was like, "Baby, you were bad." I'm like, "Fuck, was I really that bad?" She goes, "No, you were bad." I'm like, "Oh Jesus." Who I gotta apologize to?
Nah,
I still get messages. I've never seen you that drunk. I'm like, bitch, you were not at my birthday last year.
Look at this shit, man. Woo. The water.
My first one since that night. Because I had to take a few days off.
Oh, I was hurting, man. I was hurting bad last week. That night I got pretty fucking lumped up, man.
Where'd you go?
I went I was at 7B for a little bit with Gina and Diana. They were there. They were looking good. They look good tonight too. I was like, God damn.
I saw Diana twerking.
Ooh.
She was put on twerk videos. I'm like, you're twerking. Okay, you're twerking.
Yeah. Then I went to International. It was Mike Baker's birthday. Got fucking shit house there.
Yeah, I feel bad I couldn't go, but I got my little guy this week. So
what a shit show, man. Like it was lumped up. Dude, what do you think about this DC Fandome so far? It looks pretty interesting.
I have been loving it. So, I mean, the one thing I didn't like was whatchamacallit. I didn't like the Sandman thing. I was shocked to see how many celebrities are doing the Sandman, but for me, I wasn't. I like the Sandman. I was a fan of the comic, but I wasn't as big as everyone who was there on it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but coming from Wonder Woman, and then I legit a minute ago just watched the Suicide Squad. What's up, Mr. Baker? How are you? It was phenomenal. I mean, Suicide Squad looks unreal. It looks so good.
I think James Gunn did a hell of a job with that, and that's going to be one of the biggest films. Right? Once we get back to normal and start going to actually a movie theater, because they keep saying they got all this shit coming out this year, right?
No. So Suicide Squad is August, I think, 2021.
Of next year, right?
Of next year, yeah. He's still cutting it right now, but to have 18 people in one room, I do think it was weird watching Davidson. He didn't speak. No,
dude, he looks like a cartoon character. He looks like he's fucking. Ever since he broke up with that hot girl, he been done, man. I think he's been on suicide watch, to tell you the truth.
I put him on the squad. Like, I think Pete's gonna lose his shit.
Fucking Pete. The other thing, what do you think about the the Thunderdome?
You know what? It's a cool idea. It makes you realize how small the performance center truly is.
Oh yeah,
I love the lights. It was a good show. I can't knock it too much. The ending I loved. The ending was so kayfabe dumb with the fucking Fiend.
Oh my god!
Spoilers. We're gonna have spoilers. So if you don't know that, we're gonna have spoilers.
Oh my god! How about whose Retribution is, which makes sense right now to me. It makes total sense. So the rumor is it's CM Punk's crew.
I hope.
You think
hope so.
Dude, how great if that was CM Punk? Because right now, I think the WWF they're pretty much ribbing us. Like they're fucking. I think it's a
comes
joke.
out with it, dude, it's game over. If he comes out, they're gonna get the ratings they want. If he comes out with it, it's gonna blow up the fucking internet. And God, I mean, honestly, I'd love to see him back in a title match, and he should. He's still in his prime. He's getting up there in age, but why not?
And you heard what you think about the rumor? Like Monday Night Raw is pretty much going to turn into Underground. They're not going to have the ring, and they're going to have underground matches, and they're going to have like their own titles and stuff.
I hope not. I hope not.
Pretty much Shane is like, dude, for some reason the underground segment, right, did so good with women. Like more women turned into that segment. I couldn't. Yeah, they were looking at the ratings.
That's why they stopped the dances. Like no more dancing, bitches.
No, but people were there. A lot of people were pissed off about not having the women dancing, but more people turn into that women. For some reason, the women they turn into that segment. And what the fuck, man? What's going on?
I mean, I didn't get the whole dancing women thing. A lot of girls, like Lance Storm and all of them came out. Oh, women's rights have come so far in the movement, and they're going back to it. Like, who gives a fuck, bro?
And who was the first one to defend them? Liv Morgan. You just got three. You just got three
women who how much are we getting paid, dumbass? And now they're not getting paid at all. Shut up.
Now you got 3 women fired for your stupidity.
Idiots. Bring out Chip and Dale's dances. All right, go for it. Who gives it? If it brings in ratings, who gives a shit? And I think it's the biggest problem that I think this cancel culture and these jerk offs in this country don't understand is if women were watching as much as men were, if they wanted to see guys dancing and shaking their fucking hot bodies, then they'd put it out there. If women didn't sell cars, then they wouldn't put women on cars. They put men. If it's not going to sell, they're not going to do it. Like it's the sheer stupidity is insane. What's up, Nick?
It's bad. It's bad, the stupidity that's out there. But the cancel culture, there they go again. They ruin everything. They're like messing everything up.
I miss an old school, evening gown match or a bra and panties match.
The bra and panties, they were great back in the day.
Some of those matches were phenomenal. And I'm not saying, besides the visuals, some of the shit they did, I was like, what the fuck? It's like watching Lucha Libre with chicks in bra and panties.
They were phenomenal. They were just terrible quick matches, which was great.
They were not terrible quick matches. Some of them were good. Stacy Keibler versus Tori Wilson. Some of the splits they would do and shit, and the way they would do their flips. Come on.
Dude, you know what I love? When they did that whole thing with remember they had Dawn Marie and Tori Wilson, that whole thing with them in the kissing in the freaking
Do you remember
room?
when Dawn Marie married her dad and they were getting married in their underwear and his fucking old wrinkly balls were out and shit? Come on. Come on, that's so bad.
Didn't they kill the dad? Didn't he wind up having a heart attack?
Yes, because he was going to have sex with her, and then he died like 4 years later or some shit.
My God.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that today. People lose their fucking minds.
You couldn't have Katie Vick right now. Come on.
Oh my God.
Imagine Katie Vick.
Dude, what do you think about them putting the Intercontinental title on Jeff Hardy? Just when I thought Jeff Hardy was done, Vince is big on Hardy.
Yeah, but what? My question is why? Like, what did AJ Styles? I heard he's going to NXT for the rest of his career, and that's it.
Who?
AJ Styles.
Maybe because the schedule. Maybe he just want to put some kids over.
I heard they're sending a lot of guys down to NXT.
I heard that. I heard him, and I heard Nia Jax also probably NXT. Mm-hmm. There's a few people are gonna go, but they're trying to turn NXT into a brand. That's all it is, a brand.
Yeah, but then they got to change the paydays because they get paid very differently.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, you think AJ Styles is gonna go to AEW and not get his regular paycheck? He's gonna get a regular paycheck.
I think he's gonna go to Impact. I think they want him there. I think they're begging to have him. I gotta tell you, I want to call that fucking prick Josh and be like, listen, you need commentators. You need on-air personalities because Impact is right now, I think, better than AEW personally.
No, yeah, Impact is so much good. I like that they had a whole EC3 come behind the Moose and just drop him like a little bitch and take his
not even that,
off.
but did you see his vignettes? Like they're showing how he grew from part of the Canadians and then whatnot. And dude, he's an amazing wrestler. And he's funny as fuck. He's like the Santino there. He was amazing when he was the goofball, but still winning. He was amazing.
That Santino was great. They even teamed him up with that Russian guy that I thought that guy was going to be awesome. and then became the tag team champion.
Have you seen him now? He's jacked. Vladimir Kozlov?
Yeah.
He's huge.
Where's he at? I haven't seen anything
He's
of
just,
him.
I don't know what he's doing, but they showed a photo of him then and him now, and he's just ripped everywhere.
Oh my God, that guy was a beast when he first. But another gimmick. They had this guy that was great, and they killed the gimmick. They always kill the gimmick.
They squished the shit out of him. What's going on with Graham Metalik and Kalisto? I heard that. Did you see that they're brawling each other?
Are they? No, I didn't see that yesterday.
Yeah, after the match with what's his face? Hang on, I got the mermaid chiming in. Oh yeah, after the match they lost. Like Graham Metalik, blamed on Kalisto. They started brawling and shit.
Oh, maybe they get the lucha party. Like, they need those luchadores to start.
They ain't
wrestling.
partying no more. Eddie's like, what the fuck? Maybe they're like, we brought in Dominic Mysterio. Y'all gotta leave. We got too many Mexicans here.
Oh my God! Is that guy going to go over Seth Rollins this weekend?
Apparently he is, and apparently he's wearing a mask. Did you see the mask design? It's the same. It's the same thing that Ray has, like the Falcon head.
Yeah.
But his doesn't go up. His goes into a fucking like spiral.
Oh shit! So I also heard that they might be turning him heel. He might be turning on his dad or something.
I hope so. I mean, I've heard so many rumors and so many in where they're not happy with Rey Mysterio because Ray forced them to push his son as a singles guy, and they were like, "Listen, he's really not ready. Put him in a tag team. Let him learn, ins and outs, that and the other." And Ray pushed so hard for him to be in a tag team, to be a singles guy, that they're like, if he gets hurt, fuck it, it's on you.
But
like,
you want,
and no offense, Rollins not the nicest, softest touch individual. He's hurt how many motherfuckers? Like
a lot. He put Sting out of commission.
I mean, you saw when he hit John Cena and fractured his fucking nose.
Oh yeah, that was another fuck
that
up.
visual. I watched that in slow mo. His face explodes.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen it, YouTube it. It's fucking. It's harsh to see.
Dude, do you see that cast? That cast for the Suicide Squad? How many motherfuckers they got?
There's 18 of them.
I couldn't believe that.
18. And they had all of them there. Which I was shocked.
Dude, 18 guys, even those trailers, dude. I saw the Harley Quinn movie. What a bag. Visually, it was a beautiful movie. Like, visually, but it sucked balls.
I told you.
It was terrible.
I warned you. It was so bad. But again, it's I don't know what it is with certain companies like DC and Sony, why they have to show you the end of the movie in the trailer. I don't understand. It makes no sense. So, and Sony, in Spider-Man 2, the Sony version, they showed the last scene of the movie in the fucking trailer when he's hitting Rhino with the fucking.
Yeah.
Why would you show that? It's like legit the last thing you see in the movie. Leaving, I just paid $60 with the popcorn to see this movie, and I could have watched this on the trailer at home.
they do that once in a while.
You leave angry as a person watching a movie. You leave angry. This last Bird of Prey movie. I watched the ending. I'm like, that's all in the trailer. The last couple of scenes of the movie are in the trailer. I could have sat home. You leave upset. Leave something to the imagination. Endgame did it perfectly, where you saw nothing. You saw the first 10 minutes of the movie in the trailer, and that's it. And the movie's 3 hours long?
Yeah, they never. You know what? Marvel always been very good with that. They don't give you much of the story. They might give you one or two scenes, but they really don't give you much. They try to make you figure it out. Which is good. What do you think of the Flash panel? Do you see that? They all go into that multiverse. Ben is back. Can you believe Ben is back as Batman?
That looks good. That looks good. That looks real good. That looks good. And my only worry is when they showed the new suit, it looks like the Green Lantern suit with the lights going through it. I was like, oh, please don't do that. Please don't do that. That's my only worry.
I think this one will be, because I love it when he met Barry Allen from the Flash, TV Flash. Oh, the Flash. That's my name? I guess it was great.
This shouldn't be happening. What do you mean it shouldn't be happening? Oh, but showing him in the armor the Flash suit, and now having them say, no, it's gonna be more Batman built this suit for him and it's got lights in it. And I'm like, oh no, I'm so just thinking Green Lantern.
Yeah, because Batman is like the Tony Starks of that universe. You know, that's pretty much what it is.
But they never really explain that. Like, they just show him as being a rich bitch. They never really, the last couple movies they did show him like, building shit and fixing it. But in all the Batmans, they never really show him being that inventive. He's the world's greatest detective, but he's not like that smart, like to build shit.
No,
At
but the
least they
guy
don't
that
show it.
Lucius Fox was the
Which is
one that was
Fox, yeah.
doing everything. So I don't know if they're gonna. Maybe it was him that did it, but Batman just say, "Hey, can you make me a suit
I'll
for
pay
this
you.
kid?
Fuck you,
I'll
I'll
pay
pay you.
you." Because it's crazy, man. Like I don't know where they're going with this whole DC thing, but they look like they really starting to put something together. They're actually building a world.
I hope. I mean, they keep teasing a lot with HBO Max and how the shows are now going to parlay into the movies and this, that, and the other. They mentioned Doom Patrol coming
Yeah,
into the movies, which I was really weirded out with that because we got like two cyborgs now. Because you have Doom
yeah,
Patrol Cyborg and then the other Cyborg. But in Zack Snyder's cut of his Cyborg, spoiler alert, if you haven't heard this yet, if you haven't read it yet, fast forward a couple seconds. In the Zack Snyder's cut, apparently Cyborg dies. He gets ripped in half by Steppenwolf. So I don't know if they're gonna keep that angle going.
yeah. But Cyborg is the kind of guy that can be put together, especially he was connected to that mother box.
The mother box, yeah.
So he was like all fucked up anyway. In the movie, wasn't he like fucked up by the end a little bit because of the mother box?
Well, in the end of the original one, he adapted, and his armor became like the traditional Teen Titans armor.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think he got his arm cut off, but like he didn't get like completely like lopped in half.
yeah.
This is a great. I'm gonna send you the link later. I'm gonna find it. Kevin Smith reviews. This is shit 2-3 years ago. Kevin Smith reviews the script and the original cut, the Schneider cut, and he reads it and goes through it where the lanterns were there, this, that, and like Kilowog, and he rips it a new one, like saying how great it should have been and why they didn't put it out. So I'm glad to see they finally listened, and now Snyder's getting his own cut of it.
Yeah, but think about. You know what? I watched the Batman versus Superman, which I hated, and I watched the Justice League. But Ben as Batman was not bad. I thought he was a good
I
Batman.
hated hearing it first after watching how he played it and he portrayed it. He didn't do the young Batman; it was the old man Batman.
Yeah, which was great.
I was very cool with it. I was very, very okay with that iteration of it.
Dude, do you see the Gotham Knight trailer for that fucking video game? How good does that shit looks?
Now, do you think it's gonna play like what's his face? The Academy? What the fuck's the game thing I'm thinking of?
Umbrella Academy, like
No,
the father.
Arkham.
No.
You think it's gonna play like Arkham Asylum? Or do you think
I
because everyone's saying it looks like it's gonna play like the new Avengers game?
It kind of looks, but I think it's gonna play like Gotham Asylum. I think it's just another thing, like the same thing, the same moves.
But it's multiplayer.
Yeah, and this time they're bringing the owls.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be. I think maybe Batman is the villain in this one. Never die, he becomes the villain.
Yeah. Well, so my thing is so I just started playing the Avengers beta, and it's good. It's rough. I mean, it has its hiccups, but it's a good run around smacking ship. I think the biggest problem with it is it's trying to be too much at once. It's trying to be a single player game plus a multiplayer game plus of this plus of that. It's like just focus on one. My son likes it, but it's fun to be the Hulk and just smash shit and crush everyone. So that I kind of enjoy.
That's gonna be interesting. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with that because I think what day does it come? September 1st.
Yeah, the beta's out now. You can go online on your Xbox and play the beta.
Oh yeah,
It's free.
and the other one that's out too. The battle. You see the battleground, 132 characters, and
Yeah.
it's like $39.99 only. It's not even the regular price. It's
Well,
pretty cheap.
that's cheap. I think that the deluxe version is $50, but that doesn't come out to like October, right?
No, it come September 18th.
All right. Yeah, I might pre-order it. That many characters. I just hope it doesn't suck. I mean, the wrestling all stars. I was thrilled to see all the old school guys and the easy button mashing.
Yeah,
And I got it, and it was horrible.
I think this game is going to be a little better than that. I think it's going to be the smash up, but it's going to be. I think what
If
they
it's
do.
like Def Jam, I'm in.
I heard it's going to be very entertaining. It's going to be very easy to use, make moves, do all kind of stuff. Like they're going to make it very player friendly. That's what they keep saying. We're going to make it so people can pick it up and play.
Yeah, but when I saw the initial release was like 40 characters, and like the secondary, who's being added is like 110. I'm like, holy shit! That's a lot of characters.
Yeah, man. I was like, wow, man. So you seen the dude from there was a guy in the Thunderdome in the SmackDown yesterday.
You
So it
said
was
this. No, I
so
didn't see
it was
this.
a kid wearing like an AEW right shirt. And he fell asleep in the middle like he was out. And they banned him for life.
Now, here's the question. Do you think he really fell asleep? Or do you think he fell asleep on purpose? Like, God, this is so boring.
This is so Bobby.
He's a mark. He's being a mark. He's like, you know what? Maybe a dick. We got to get on it. Can you imagine us being on it?
Oh
Side
my
by side, cheersing each other through the screen.
But do you see? Do you see what they're doing? Do you see what they did? They had the fan thing also, but virtual. You can pay $130 and you get to talk to whatever wrestler you want for 2-3 minutes.
No, I didn't say that
Yeah,
at
the
all.
SmackDown too. They had a guy at 10 o'clock. I think tomorrow and today. If you go, it's like $130, and you can talk to them for 3 minutes individual. And you buy your ticket. And you go talk to them.
Why do we have him on the show?
Hmm?
We should have paid for that. Had him on the show.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, we go put your show
Imagine?
right now.
Bron, why did you cut your hair? You look like a dickhead now. You're gonna get these hairs, John. All right.
So supposedly, they're saying that Brock is going to come into SummerSlam and attack the Hurt Business.
I hope. I'm praying.
Bobby Lashley,
Dude. Lashley is long overdue for a push as far as, and I love Jack Swagger. I think he's an amazing, human. He's a great guy. He's a great professional wrestler. He's been world champion twice now, I think, or at least once.
Once.
How Bobby Lashley and TNA and Impact was phenomenal. He was a beast. He put on such great matches. So the fact that they still haven't pulled the trigger on him yet is him, Big E. I mean, everyone to say that the Black Lives Matter. Those motherfuckers' lives matter, and they should be pushed big time.
Yeah, they should be. I think Bobby Lashley should have. I thought that whole thing. I think he should have been a world champion a long time ago.
I mean, they're finally doing something with Sheldon Benjamin because he's phenomenal.
Yeah, Sheldon, but he's like what, 46, 48 now? I think he's up there.
46, but he looks great though.
Yeah.
So what? He's 40. So look at R-Truth.
Oh yeah, R-Truth is another one. That guy doesn't age. It's like a time machine or something. The guy just doesn't age. And he looks good now.
I think R-Truth is like 46, 47. He looks better than he did 20 years ago. The problem is there's no territories where these guys can go and learn their craft. And let's be honest, a lot of these young kids, they're too busy doing this on social media. They don't want to learn the in-ring techniques. You watch these guys 10 years later put on 1,000 times better matches because you're slowly learning.
Yeah.
That's all what you do. Repetition is all what you learn.
Dude, what do you think about the whole shit? Sonya Deville and Mandy were together when that guy broke into the house? What do you think about that thing?
I'm shocked she's still wrestling right now. I ain't gonna lie, I'd be shooken up knowing a guy broke into my house to kidnap me and fucking murder me.
The guy was gonna kidnap her. The guy was gonna. He had like fucking banned weapons and all kind of stuff.
Dude, he was retweeting her shit from her house. That's not like he's hiding behind her couch retweeting things that she's sending. That's not normal. Like that's fucking insane. And I don't get why. Like and I'm not saying I don't get why. She's hot, but she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
Wait, we gonna turn her?
Yeah.
Like, is he a Christian rights activist? Is he all mad that she's lesbian? She don't like dick. I'm gonna change her. Like, I mean, what do you?
I thought that was such a weird story, man, in Tampa. But so Mandy was with her also.
Really?
Yeah, they were together that day because I guess they were training for training for the match.
Oh, they were together. I thought you meant like
no, not like that, but who the hell knows, you know? But yeah, so she's training. I think supposedly Sonya Deville's going to lose her hair tomorrow, and they're going to give her a whole new gimmick. She's going to come stronger. So Mandy's going over, and Sonya's getting a haircut.
Why? Who'd she piss off?
I don't know, but she probably Vince said that he likes it. He want to bring her back stronger than ever, but with a haircut.
If she's bald, what's his face? That one wrestling chick with the Straight Edge Society with CM Punk. She shaved her head.
Yeah. That
was a punishment, and then she got fired like 2 months later.
Yeah, but her hair came in nicely.
I just can't see. Men versus hair, like Braun Strowman. Like, he shaved his head. I'm like, you should have just waited for a hair versus hair match and cut your hair, dummy.
I think with Braun Strowman, I think his hair. If you look at his hair, he was losing his hair.
Oh, I
So
know.
he just say fuck it.
I'm getting there. I know.
Oh man, but he looks like a beast, man. Like that head. He looks like, and suppose he's gonna turn heel also. Like if you saw the turn already, he's gonna go back to the theme.
Yeah. I mean, I can't see him turning heel. I can't. Like, they tried it once already and it sucked. Everyone was like, "No, we like you."
Yeah,
Sorry.
but you see the way he threw like these guys yesterday. He threw out one of the Usos. Like he started destroying
Yeah.
everybody,
Stop beating
and you
everybody
can
up.
see that he's like turning into a heel.
Do you think CM Punk's coming out on Sunday?
I think if Retribution came, let's say after the Fiend beats Strongman, and you come in there, you have him destroy the ring and everything else, and they run out, and then he just takes the mask and.
Well, I don't get it. So
You know what? He could do that. You know what they could do? He could do that. Take off the mask. It's not Retribution. It's the NWO all over again. With CM Punk.
That would sell a lot of tickets. What I don't get is so the first like 2 or 3 weeks Retribution was there. They came at the end of the night and fucked everything up and closed it out. The past like 2 weeks now, they get there the beginning of the night, they kill the feed, and then go home and have tea and crackers. Like, and that doesn't make sense. Friday night, they were there, beginning of the night, causing chaos. And then what happened? They left. They went home.
Dude, but then, you know what's weird about it? Are these guys like the protesters? Is that what they try to?
I think that's the angle they're going, which
I mean,
that's
like a kind of weird, fucked up angle to go to with all this
horrible. That's horrible.
It's like them decide to bring back the big boss man as the fucking as the cop against stop beating people with nightsticks. Remember that back in the days?
Well, they got to dig him up because he's dead.
Yeah, but I'm saying, bring the boss man's son is here
my
to
Lord.
Bring the You got him standing on top of Big E. They'll be right.
Standing on top of Big E and he yells at him, "Can you breathe?"
Oh man.
My God. Could you imagine the controversy that would start? Holy shit. They'd have riots.
They have riots. They already had that thing with the fucking with the goons, with the Retribution destroying shit, like destroying the property.
Let me ask you a question. Can I show up at that arena with all black on and just go, I'm part of Retribution and walk in?
I guess so, man.
What are they gonna say? No, so you're not. I think my hat off. Look, dude, I'm part of the game. I get it. Oh, okay, sir. Come on, follow me. Go ahead, go on in.
I think it's ridiculous, man. But that thing, what do you like? That thing looked unique. That whole thing with the I guess they were watching. Was Vince McMahon watching Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome to think of the?
Well, no. So the Thunderdome, yes, but I mean, he saw the way the NBA does it, and he loved it, and he saw the way other people are doing it, and I get. I honestly, as far as what wrestling could be in ways, I love it. I do like the audience being there. I hated the fact that Vince was there for 10 seconds and the Fiend showed up. Like, come on, stop. Like, I was waiting to see the Fiend put those grubby little hands down fucking Vince's mouth and shut him up. Like, give us something. No, he's here. Welcome to shit. Like, that's it, really? That's all we get.
I think Vince McMahon. I think the reason. I think Vince was like Joe Biden. I think Vince McMahon's also. He already got the dementia. They can't put them out there. They can't put them out there that long because if you see that when Joe talk, they pop him up with something because he's all like, "Hey!" And you see him 2 minutes later. He's like, "Did I do that?" Or he doesn't. What the hell did I just say? Like the guy in Old School, Frank the Tank, when he blacked out. Did I answer the question? What just happened?
Did you see? Did you watch Impact? Because Kevin, what's his face? The old. What the hell's his name? Kevin something or other, not Kevin Bourne. He was the guy who lost every match.
Oh, not Zack Ryder, the other guy.
No, the other one, yeah. Kurt Hawkins, but now he's called
yeah.
Kevin Myers. There you go. See, I'm
Brian Myers. It's actually Brian Myers. That's his real name. Yeah.
He went off on. Well, he didn't go off, but he made a nice little jab at Vince.
I heard.
He was like, he's sitting there, he's like, "It's my time. I'm here." He goes, "I'm not gonna let some 70-year-old senile asshole, 70-year-old senile asshole ruin my career." I was like, ooh, you ain't going back there now, bitch.
But think about how long he was there for. How long was he there?
He
Even Zack
was there.
Ryder, how long were they there for?
They were, and I get it. My thing is this, and I'll say this to anybody anywhere in the world: this pandemic will end eventually. When 5 years from now, and I get they're getting old, but 5, 6 years from now, when Vince calls and says, "Hey, you want to make $1 million for a year?"
Yeah, they'll be there.
He's gonna rewind the tapes, going, "Oh, you call me a senile ass? Goodbye." Like the Good Brothers and AJ Styles, they have New Japan. They have more money than they can care. They have shit everywhere. But guys like him, you might not want to burn that bridge too much.
Nah.
I wouldn't. Leave
But
gracefully, say thank, like Drew McIntyre. Leave gracefully, say thank you very much, and then come back in a few years and fuck shit up.
yeah, but that's what they did. Even Group McIntyre would say that it took a while to grow and get to like where he
But he
wanted to
didn't
be.
leave. But he didn't leave on bad terms. He didn't burn bridges.
Nah, he
That's the
didn't.
thing. Don't burn bridges. I mean, even Enzo, and he's a fucking idiot. And I love him, but he's an idiot. He didn't burn bridges. He left and goes, you know what? Okay. He left, said, okay. He did his little stint when he tried to show up with the belt and wearing the wig, which I
thought that was
amazing.
great.
It was amazing. Come on.
They kicked him out of the arena.
That was amazing. Come on. If anybody doesn't understand the sheer insanity and stupidity of that and doesn't believe it, come on. And the best part is, what kills me about that is he could have done it in the middle of a match. He could have done it during. He did it while they were airing shit on the Titantron, so he didn't interrupt any of the wrestlers. He at least had that much respect for the guys in the ring. Come on.
Yeah. You want to hear something funny about that? Imagine if he's one of the people in Retribution, you get Big Cass, him, and like everybody that Vince McMahon done wrong with Retribution. They're here to fuck
With
shit up.
CM Punk. Can you imagine that faction? Get those two, CM Punk. Who else? Who else is doing well now that he might want to bring back?
Who haven't we seen in a while? There's a bunch of guys we haven't seen in a
Bring
while.
Cena back. You bring Cena back, and you bring back Hulk Hogan, and all white, just pissed off.
Yeah, bold Hulk Hogan.
Right there, your ratings are gonna blow the fuck up.
What if you fucking put Roman Reigns as a heel in Retribution 2 with Punk? We're here to, you did us wrong. You want us to keep. You can put Sami Zayn, all these people in there.
Well, I heard he's come back. Oh my god, could you imagine that? Sami Zayn, fucking, oh dude, that's like the Inner Circle. That's their version of the Inner Circle.
Dude, how bad is Jericho now? Like, I think he's terrible now. Like, he became a joke. He's a joke. The guy was like the serious world champion or this and that, and now he's like a joke about himself. It's like terrible, man.
I think now he's trying to put everyone over, like all the new guys over, and which I respect to a degree. I think he's still getting a lot of shit for Sturgis. I do. I'm seeing.
Oh yeah.
I'm seeing photos from Sturgis. I kind of wish I went.
Oh, do you see the girl with the face mask on her breast?
She's in a group that I'm in. About bartending, and she posted that photo. She's like, look, F you, this, that, and the other. And she tore a new one, and she got a lot of credit for her, saying, all right, do what you gotta do. I couldn't stop laughing. At first I didn't think it was her. I had to look at her profile. I'm like, oh, that's her.
Dude,
I heard Sturgis was insane, though. In a good way.
Yeah, that was going to ask you. You think there's going to be a spike because of the Sturgis? It was all outside also. Like, those bars are not like regular bars. They're like makeshift bars that they make.
I'll say this much: if there wasn't a spike because of all the protests and riots that were here in New York City, I don't want to hear from the fucking liberals saying, "But they were wearing masks." And they were legit inches from each other, banging all over each other, thousands deep. If there were no spikes then in New York City, then I can't really see there being a spikes other places else. The fact that this fucking idiot mayor is saying the governor's saying you can open the gyms, the mayor's saying you can't. The governor's saying this, the mayor's saying that. Now he's saying you got to close outdoor dining by November 1st and reopen it in June. So what the fuck do bars and restaurants do for 6 months in New York City?
You see in Nashville, they let the Coyote Ugly open, but only 25 people?
Only 25 people, yeah. Which I don't understand. That's like what, 10% that fits it? And, but again, they're doing the best they can. And kudos to the patrons who still go there, get a beer, and leave, like 7B, like iBar. If you can't stay there, get a beer and get the fuck out. Like, keep the bars going and open, because without the patrons, there's no bar. Without the bars, there's no patrons.
Yeah, you seen that somebody got clobbered already for not some dude, the first guy to get busted like for not quarantine after coming back from somewhere got like a
No.
some dude just got hit like a $10,000.
But
Oh
they
my
test
god.
positive. They test positive. Like what? Like, come
Dude,
on.
who the hell knows what they're doing now? Everybody's talking about this spike, and you know what? And all this shutdown still does not justify. It doesn't justify the fucking destroying of the economy. They pretty much destroy the economy. Nobody want to say it. Everybody's scared for their life. And it's like, holy shit, man. Dude, this is almost how long? Since March.
Yeah.
Dude, we're going into September. And you know what's crazy about it? How come when you go upstate New York and you go other places, even Westchester, there's certain places that are open 25 to 50%. There's no spike there. In upstate, there wasn't a spike. And these people, and you know what they're doing now? So you got to provide indoor dining and outdoor dining. So you can choose if you and you walk around. How many people are really scared of this? That you walk around the East Village, people with no mask, people that don't give two shit, people are all over the place.
Because right now what they're showing in the news is these huge spikes in contagions, as they call it. So if you test, like you went for the test, right, and you tested positive for the antibodies, that day they put you in as now a spike. You're a spike number because you showed that you had it. Doesn't matter. You could have had it 6 months ago.
Yeah,
You
it
just got
doesn't.
tested. If I get tested right now, let's say I have the antibody, not that I have COVID, but if I have the antibody, then I just showed that I have it now, and I'm a number now to spike it. The spike number of cases is going through the roof, but how many are dying? And I'm not saying anyone should die. I say this every podcast. I don't want anyone to ever die. But they're showing what, one death a day most when we had 200, 300 a day. So everyone's either getting over it, we're learning how to deal with it better, or it's not as bad as everyone thinks it is, or it made out to be. Yes, if you're an elderly, you had underlying health problems, you were going to die.
Yes,
It
it killed a
sucks.
lot of it killed a lot of old people. It
A
definitely
lot of
killed
old
a lot of
people.
old people.
A lot of old people.
I still go back to my conspiracy that I think this was I think this was a thing that China was going to release to eliminate the old population because they got to take care of them. They don't want to deal with them. Let's try to get this thing out there, kill as many
Possible.
old people, and then think about it. You get the old people here dying, right? You don't have to pay all those pensions. You're actually going to have some
Well,
money to put in the bank.
what Kim with that was
It's fucking crazy.
Cuomo got the Javits Center and he got fucking that big ass hospital boat that saw what, a grand total of 10 people between
Yeah,
both of
10
them.
people. Yeah. So we
Between
had all.
both.
Yeah. I
No,
knew.
put them in the old age homes. Let them fucking stay there. Like it made no sense. My son, who's turning 11, could do a better job running this fucking state than this jerk off.
You know what's funny? You had only 10 people there. You had a full staff with only 10 people and all the beds, and you're still putting all these people. You should have sent some of those old people there. You could have easily social distanced there too.
Yep.
You know, you get your seat, you get your freaking thing, and you lay down. But no, let's throw them all at full. And not only if somebody had COVID, you had to take the fucking person in. How
Yep.
fucking bad was that?
And but well, see, somebody Bobby just put a thing on the feed.
Yeah.
People are getting shot left and right now.
Yeah.
Like, shootings, New York City is as bad, if not worse, than it was in the 80s.
Dude,
People are getting shot, stabbed everywhere.
there's more people dying of gunshots than the COVID right now in New York City. Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about how fucking it took them what, like 20 years to finally get this city, and then you got this fucking idiot, fucking Como, turning rich people to come back to do what? What are you gonna do in New York?
Come back, they're
The
gone.
city is, dude. By 10 o'clock, the city's dead. People just getting the hell out. People are rushing to get home
because
It's
they're scared.
amazing.
Because they're scared shitless, and I don't blame them. I mean, mind you, I'm born and raised here, so are you. I get it, but when it gets to the point where like this, no one cares because all right, let's say I shoot you, you don't die. Guess what? I'm still getting out tomorrow. I'm still getting out with no bail tomorrow because no one gives a shit. Because it's bail reform. I'm getting out. I'll shoot somebody else tomorrow. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. There's no repercussions for your actions anymore.
Do you want to hear a crazy story? So the McDonald's next to our bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some dude came like around 11 o'clock at night on Thursday night, 11 o'clock with a bike chain, broke all the windows, left, came back an hour later, broke all the windows. Now you know what the McDonald's is, right?
Yeah.
You know what the ninth precinct is?
Yeah, up the block.
It took the cops an hour to show up to McDonald's to make the report. Wait till these savages start raping somebody or doing some shit like that. The girl's
Ugh.
screaming for help, and the cops are right there just looking at the girl getting raped. And
Well,
it will
is there a
happen.
lawsuit about that? Hang on. Isn't there a lawsuit about that though? Someone's suing the police for not responding fast enough.
Yeah, so not responding. So now,
but it was the same person screaming defund the police. Like I don't like. Do you not understand? Like A equals B doesn't make an orange.
no.
It doesn't work that way.
Dude, you know what? For those people, don't call the cops. Just don't use the cops. If you can protect yourself good enough, don't call them.
So who is your motherfucker of the week?
I gotta go with the Blasio and fucking and call them. They fucking destroy the city, dude.
They are.
They destroy the city. You know what the thing? You know how the virus should be handled? This virus should be handled very simple. The people that are scared shitless, don't comment, stay home, take your medicine, leave everybody else do whatever the fuck they want. And if those people die, they die. If you want to stay home, man, keep your fucking mouth shut. Stay home. Don't dude, because
I will say this.
Everybody's giving their opinion like, oh, it's deadly. How about all the hundreds of people that were fucking working during this whole thing and did not die at all? How about all those fucking guys delivering the food? How about the people cooking in the restaurant? Nobody's worried about catching COVID from a fucking cook or something. It's like these people are fucking idiots. How about the people going? How about all the doctors that had to go to work? You want to really get a number on Cobra? How many doctors have died? Oh, there goes the kid.
my savage.
Yeah,
So this is the only reason I'm still in New York City, by the way.
Yeah.
The only reason. I was out in Florida, I'd be out of here.
Dude, let me ask you a question. Are you sending him to school?
No.
No?
So his school is being pushed back for 2 weeks. They're still discussing that. They're going to do a staggered thing where it's every other day they go in.
That's what I heard.
But it's virtual every day with everybody else.
I heard it's 3 and 2.
Yeah. So
something like that.
Yeah. So you go in Monday, Wednesday, Friday 1 week, and the next week it's Tuesday and Thursday. Originally, I was happier. Originally, they were doing 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, which to me makes a lot more sense. But they changed it. I don't know why. So it is what it is.
But you know what? Pretty much the union, the teacher union, pretty much is ready to walk. Really, not even go to school. You know that? Because they don't. Because you know what's going to happen? Oh, it takes one of these kids to not. It's how you control kids for not wearing the mask.
Well, it's not even that. But so the kid. Let's say the kid comes down with it. Then what happens to the teacher? Now, teacher's got to stay home for 2 weeks. Then who teaches the class?
She could do it from a virtual computer.
That's what they're saying. If you're this worried about it, which they should be, then go virtual.
You know what they should do? They should have even a teacher there. They should just put a TV with all the students there, and you can yell at them.
Look, I feel the same way about this virus as I feel about guns. Should there be certain parameters for it? Absolutely. Do I think you can control it? Fuck no. You can't control guns. Guns are going to be there. It's a Second Amendment right. You do what the fuck you want. But do I think you need a gun that shoots 9 million bullets a minute? Nah, not so much.
I think you do, especially if you're a bad shot.
You're a bad shot. Get better at that. If you're running around like this and on your front lawn like this, then maybe when you're holding the muzzle that will get hot and burn your hand off, dickhead. Yes.
Oh my god.
But do I think masks should be worn outside if you're going to be around people? Like, if you're upstate and there's no one around, no, you don't need to wear a mask. Like by my neighborhood, you've been in my neighborhood, Brooklyn. There's no one around here.
Nah.
I don't think you need to wear a mask all the time. But in Manhattan, in the Village, and in Times Square and stuff, when you're walking around, you're around people, yeah, wear a fucking mask. What's the big deal?
But I think, you know what? I see a lot of people have the mask. I don't see, like, in New York, you see a lot of people with the mask, but when they're outside, nobody's worried. Everybody's walking around without a mask.
Then you got the people.
Then you got the people that wear the mask all the time because some of them like him. And then you got the people, like, let me tell you, the other day I went to the corner store. And I don't know what the hell. I just got up and went. I totally forgot the fucking mask. And I went to the bodega, I bought all my other stuff. I came home, and I'm like, I didn't even realize. I was like, oh, but nobody say shit to me.
Yeah.
Do you think because they see me every day, they know me, they feel safe? Is that another thing that's going to people feel safe with people that see all the time, so they don't buy like
I don't know. I think people are getting so that at first we were put so much into you can catch it like this that now we're like realizing, all right, well, if you keep washing your hands and you keep disinfecting everything, if we're taking care of ourselves the way we should be, then it's not as contagious as maybe it's meant to be, or maybe we're just doing a better job of it. People are washing their hands more. People are I clean my house a lot more than I did. If I go out somewhere, I come home, I wash my clothes right away. I mean, so that's more. Maybe I think I've had people here. You've been here.
Yeah,
I did a house. We sit in the pool. You see how much bleach and chlorine you
yeah.
smell in this house.
I
You know,
think
I think we're being a little more cautious,
yeah.
which is fine.
I think that New York went through the worst of it, man. I think really we had the worst. We did it out. The only thing we got to watch is some people that could get reinfected, because there's some people that just say they got the COVID a few times more than once, you know?
That's what I'm worried about. Is that,
So,
but I'm also hearing that there's like 3 vaccinations, in the works that should be out by the end of the year, as long as they're already waiting for FDA approval. So if the FDA approves these 3, they're going to have them out in the market, which I don't want to be the guinea pig. I get that. But that's going to calm a lot of shit down too. I think by next, I'm hoping. I know Halloween's a bust this year already.
oh, yeah.
I'm hoping by Christmas, at least give these kids, and not even just for me, give the kids a Christmas, man. Tell Santa take this shit away.
Dude, how about what do you think about this? The Blasio still talking about having the parade, the Thanksgiving parade. You see that? He's talking about, I guess it's going to be like a virtual parade. I don't know what they're going to do.
What are you
They're
gonna
doing
rent a
something.
phone and you can watch it from your phone? He's a fucking idiot.
You see, the New York City Marathon is going virtual also. People can run. There's an app. If you want to run the
Yeah.
marathon, you can go wherever you're from. You run 26 miles. Whoever does it the fastest time.
Are they gonna hack it?
Maybe the Russians.
Either gonna be somebody who's like tape it to their ceiling and it's gonna go in circles.
I was going to no, but you got to show yourself running. I was just going to get a treadmill and put my phone on a treadmill and let the wheels hit the miles really quick.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I did it.
I did.
Give me my medal, bitches. I did it.
Yeah, but that's the New York City Marathon this year. It's amazing what they're doing.
Let's be honest. 2020 was the year that time said go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
I mean it is. But I don't like to live in the negative world anymore. I did that for way too long in my life. I look at it as a positive of everyone had to reevaluate what really meant the world to them. Getting mad, actually, let's say to my son, getting mad at video games, getting mad at dumb little shit. Is it really worth it? You know, seeing everyone nowadays, especially right now, with everyone being shot at for dumb shit. Like, is it worth it? Really?
You know what I can tell you? This is the best time for a criminal right now. If you really want to do some heinous shit, dude. Do you see the video of the fucking? You know that on Yankee Deli on Avenue D,
Yeah.
And 12th Street. I think it's 12. Or it's one of those streets. The fucking some white van tied up the rolling.
Took the
and then they went and tied the ATM and they took the they just do. That's the kind of shit you get it. That that gotta be some people like that.
What kills me is these idiot politicians go, because people are starving and they're hungry. No, motherfucker, because there's no law. They're not starving and hungry. They got a fucking $2,000 pair of shoes on. They're not starving. No one's hungry.
Nobody.
They're like, fuck you, I'm gonna rob your ass. If I can't take it, I'm gonna take it.
And
you know what I miss the most? Who I think's hurting the most out of all this? The single moms.
Yeah.
Yes, the strippers. I miss them. I miss giving them some dollars. That hurt because there's no, besides that OnlyFans thing, there's no like virtual stripping really.
Who the hell would want to see virtual stripping? You could go to fucking you could go to YouPorn or one of those things and see whatever you want.
That's what I'm saying. So why can't we have an outdoor strip club? Like we'll have tents up, which you can't really see in, and they're 6 feet away, and we just throw money at them.
I don't know. Would she be wearing a mask?
No, because she's 6 feet. She's 6 feet. You don't need it.
You know what would be funny? She'd be totally butt naked but wearing a mask.
If it's a vinyl mask or a latex one, I'm in. Fuck it. Why not?
I just think it's funny, man. Like this is, dude. Check this. Like, think of Hollywood is finally starting to shoot some stuff now. Very slow, but they're starting to shoot some shows because they got to get ready for Think about how fucked up that even that small economy in New York. What are the actors in New York are doing? They ain't getting any fucking roles or nothing.
I see. I'm not worried about the actors in New York. I'm worried about the Broadway. The Broadway's
Oh,
fucking
bro, it's
hammered.
fucked.
They're hammered as shit. I saw a thing recently of a GoFundMe to help the actors of Broadway. I just started laughing. And I started laughing not because I feel bad for them, because I do feel bad for them. I started laughing because they, let's be honest, a decent Broadway, even the second hands, like the second hand to the Broadway actors, they make decent money for New York City. Like, I mean, decent money. But we're still gonna GoFundMe for them. But the homeless and people that like middle class and the bartenders, fuck them. Like, who cares about them? People who live paycheck to paycheck, busting their ass to pay their rents, eat a dick. But you got a 37-story apartment overlooking Central Park. We're gonna start a GoFundMe for you. Go fund this. Get out of here.
Oh
Like,
my god,
stop.
dude.
That's something that kills me.
How about everybody bitching about all the homeless people going to these hotels, man? How crazy? How crazy is that getting?
Well, it's fucked up because they're putting homeless in hotels, but yet we're gonna cut 100,000 city jobs because we can't afford it. But you can afford to put homeless in hotels, like. But we have empty homes in Long Island, empty homes in like this. This is the fucking number crunching stupidity of politics. I just watched on HBO Drain the Swamp. If you haven't seen it, Rob, go watch it.
It's good.
It
I've
is
been. I want to
good.
watch it.
It's good. It's good because the biggest thing is watching a Republican and a Democrat. And it's not the main focus of it, but watching them actually talk as friends, going, yeah, I agree with this. I disagree with that. I agree. But them having conversations and talking, having a beer, just bullshit and going, all right, why'd you vote for it? Oh, I voted for this. I couldn't vote. And the best is at the end, they discussed why they both differentiated voting for a certain bill. And the Republican guy goes, well, because they added in 30 million for this, 40 million for that. What does that have to do with the people? That has nothing to do with the people. Have the bill be the bill. Yes, I want to vote for the troops getting more money. Absolutely. But you're putting in almost $100 billion for extra shit that doesn't need it. Just
Yeah,
make a
because
bill
they,
for a bill.
you know what they do with those bills? They put those bills together, then they add like
Of
$100
course.
million for the Clinton Foundation, $100 million for this shit, $100 million to save the whale, or whatever the fuck they
So
wanted,
the very
whatever
end
could
was
say.
the stimulus they put together for everyone being out for COVID,
Yeah,
and the thing was, I got to do my fact check on this, was that like 500 million went to corporations that didn't fucking need it. Now
yeah,
again, there's certain corporations that gave it back, and I'll be the first to admit that. I feel what was it? It was Shake Shack, I think, gave it back, and somebody else.
yeah. There was some people that actually already paid the loan because they had some money and they just needed it to pay some employee, have some money for the
Yeah,
time. And you know what, it was some places that are still pretty open, they stay open, and some of them pay their bills back.
I just don't understand why you have to make a law or a bill that says, all right, the American people are hurting, they need money, they need this. But you know what? Let's also give some here. Let's also you're a see you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. Just give it. Just put this. It's like saying the dam is broken and there's a big crack in it, but we're also going to fix the mall across the street. What the fuck does a
Yeah,
mall have to do with this dam? Like, stop. Just fix the one problem and then call it a day. Then we'll focus on the next problem.
you know what, the other thing that they're doing, which I find amazing, you see that some people approved that Donald Trump extra 300
Well, I
because
heard they're
he.
all. Well, it was 400, but they're on
Yeah,
vacation now.
no, but they some state, like 7 states, jumped up and approved it, and they
Oh,
even gave
really?
it an extra. And Como denied it.
Of course he did. He's a piece of shit.
Como denied because and you know where the money's coming from? The money's coming pretty much it's from FEMA and some other thing that he took the money to make this budget to send the checks out. So now you got all this money that could be sent out to people, but in New York we got these. Think about it. We're a democratic city. Look what they done to the fucking
Did you
city.
see? I gotta ask you this because
Which
you're
I'm
your
a,
best. I gotta ask you because you're best friends with her. Did you see what Littlefoot said?
I fucking hate Littlefoot. What did that idiot say now? The,
I gotta get I keep laughing when I say this.
she's a fucking fake Native American. She's from that fake black tribe, which
She said that she has the right to stop the protests on her block because she has the right to feel safe.
how about the fucking people in Chicago? Don't they feel the right to feel safe, go out?
But the thing is, on her block, she has the right to have the police there to stop them from protesting on her block because she has the right to feel safe.
First of all, who the hell would want to even kill that fucking thing? That thing, that thing looks like Beetlejuice. Nobody's gonna try to kill that thing. That thing looks like that shrunken head. That woman's so fucking ugly. That dude. If even you took a Viagra to try to fuck her, your dick would not get hard. Cause that woman's a fucking creature. Fuck that bitch. She's fucking Chicago up. Fuck her too, man. She gotta go.
It's one of the best lines ever. Is I wouldn't fuck her with your dick and Michael Baker pushing.
Holy shit, man! This woman, like, dude, dude. I hate to be vicious, but she's a ferocious animal. Have you ever seen pictures of her? Like, who put her in office?
She can be ugly as a bag of rocks. I don't care. But the fact that she's saying go protest everywhere, but not my block.
Not my block.
It's the whole thing of do as I say, don't do as I do. And that's what I think politics has become. It's become nothing but rhetoric and bullshit of people worrying about their own pockets. Again, go watch the documentary called Drain the Swamp. It's actually really good. It doesn't show either side in a good light. No. That's why I liked it.
Oh yeah, I want to see it. But look at that. Look how funny it is. She's one of those rich people that can afford the protection. She couldn't fund the police, but you know what? Guess who's the first people protecting her? She's surrounded by cops in her house, nice and safe. Nobody's coming after her.
Well, that's the same as the vice president's fucking dipshit, Harris. She's like, my ancestors doing what they did should not affect what I do, but mine should.
Yeah.
So I should pay for shit that my ancestors didn't even do, mind you. My ancestors come from overseas, between the Irish and the Greeks and the Italians. We didn't have any slaves. We had nothing. My grandfather, who was an old school Irishman off the boat, was treated like shit like everybody else.
Oh,
Trust me, Irish do not apply. So why do I gotta pay for something that I didn't even come close to even being around? It's the sheer stupidity of politics in this country, and until you get money out of it, we're all fucked.
I still think if you know what I mean. I already told you if Biden wins, he's only going to be the president for like a month, and he's going to step down.
So if you don't follow us on Facebook, go follow us on Facebook. I'm going to have Rob put up a poll. We're going to put a poll every 3 months up to the year, maybe a year and a half, of what if Joe Biden wins, which he might. I'm not saying he's not going to. He might. I doubt it, but he might. If he wins. What month he either dies or resigns?
I think he's going to resign. I think he's going to say he's sick and he can't finish the job.
We're going to do 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, and 12 to 15 we'll do.
But John, look at the fucking candidate they had. You telling me she was the weakest one in the thing? She dropped out. I think between her and de Blasio, they were like the two worst candidates that people. Dude, they were the first one knocked out. So you telling me,
dude, they're all bad candidates.
So you're telling me this is the best person you got? First of all, the person you got running is terrible, and then on top of that, you got to. And you know what the problem is? I don't know why people are so fucking stupid. You know the guy Robert Byrd?
Yeah,
he's the guy that was the head of the KKK, a longtime Democrat, head of the KKK, and Joe Biden called him his hero, his mentor. And then you got fucking Kamala Harris, not Kamala that you got in the Giants slapping his belly. You got this woman that she was like putting black people away for a dime bag. She was one of the people that wanted the 3 strikes and all that shit. And these people are like, these are, I can't wait when they go. I can't wait if they do win and they try to take the Second Amendment. You're going to see gun sales. You think when Barack Obama was the president, you see how gun sales went up? Wait till these people, there'll be everybody. There won't be a COVID problem. It'll be a gun problem because somebody will get shot. It'll be like the Old West.
Yeah,
I think it's funny.
It's insane that she went from being top cop to I hate the cops.
Yeah, but you know what the fight? She's protected by them. Think about that. Think the honor. She's not. It's like, you know what? You know the one thing the mayor of Chicago never have to fucking worry about getting shot. Because if I was a bullet, I would turn the other way too. That's how fucking ugly that bitch is.
Even the bullets won't hit it.
Even the bullets won't hit her. That bitch is bulletproof. Light foot, little foot. You know what the cancer culture is going to be like? Oh, Rossi. I always get 1 or 2 like twins. Rob, you're fucked up with the shit that you say. I say when you have a ferocious animal in office, You know what? Fuck that fucking lunatic. She's terrible. Look what's going on in Chicago. Look what's going on in New York. These
New
fucking
York.
people are terrible. This should not
I
be.
laugh. So I'm in a big chat group with a bunch of people from like Florida and like so we go to a group called Fantasy Fest, and I'm in a big chat group, and they're like, "Oh, we see online, and New York's great. New York's still hold on. New York this, New York that." I'm like, dude, listen to me. New York is not what you see on the fucking media.
No.
It is not. You know, it is a shithole. It's become nothing but the homeless pissing on the streets. People punching each other in the fucking face randomly for no reason because they're bored. This is the dumb shit that goes on here. And God forbid you defend yourself, you go to jail faster than the fucking criminal does.
Oh yeah.
That's the fucking world we live in now. And that's why everyone kind of just walks away. I said to everyone, and that's why I felt bad about last Saturday. I was very fucked up. I feel bad because my son's getting older. He knows if I go back to jail, there's going to be a reason why. I don't care anymore.
Oh,
I'm
man.
getting to that level of, you know what? Keep pushing the envelope, see what happens.
People are just getting fucking, you can tell, when you walk around, you see some of people's eyes, people just bug it out. People are like ready to just do, like, we need to do something. Like, people just, dude, and you know what? You know what's the biggest problem with this whole thing? All right, we all shelter in place. Nobody thought about the people that were already depressed and the suicides and all the other shit that's going on. And the people that are, think about the people that really don't have that much money and have these restaurants or bars ain't coming. Bars and restaurants are closing every day. Think about what's going to be left over after this shit, after you open up everything. Not going to be much left. You know what? You live in New York. Once you're rich, you don't got these luxury because these restaurants are gone. You're not going to have that much choices. A lot of the shit they used to do is done.
How many empty storefronts do you think you're going to see comes January? Let's be honest. We already see. We live in New York City. We already see a ton of empty storefronts.
Have you before the pandemic? Did you walk by Broadway? How many stores were closed from 79th Street to 100 something on Broadway? Because nobody can.
Store for rent.
Here's another interesting thing that I don't know that people know, but a lot of landlords are knocking off 10% of people rent. They're working with you. Some landlords. So you have a landlord, and you see you reach out and talk to, because some landlord, even businesses, they're knocking off 10%, because you know what? Dude, you went from making a few $1,000s a day in a business, so now you're making like a few hundred, because this shit is not the same.
Well, it's the pandemic. The biggest problem with New York City is that you have people like, you know, CVS and Citibank, those banks that come in, and McDonald's. They'll take a hit on the rent. They'll lose money in that store just to have their name brand there.
Yeah.
And that jacks up the fucking rent. So a place like, let's say, on First Avenue and 9th, which a small bar is, you know, rent is $45,000 a month. Who the fuck can? First of all, you got to charge insane amounts of money for beer, and you can't be a local spot anymore. Then there's no local spots. That's why I thank, and you know this from day one. I thank Molly every day for that bar, just to have local place with, you know, cheap alcohol, not cheap alcohol, but cheaper alcohol than most other places. That's a good local place to go. I can't imagine how they do it. I don't know how they do it. I can't.
7B's the same thing. 7B was the
pioneer. They've been there for a while.
They were the first one. Yeah.
Unless you've been there for 30 years, I can't see you having a new bar to open up. I don't know how Big Lee's doing it. He's another bar I love going to.
Yeah.
The punk rock bar. I don't know how they do it.
But you know what? They doing with what they can. Like, you know who actually does pretty good since they opened? Like, Pink been looking good. Like, Pink got a nice crowd. They got like a nice outside area.
They're adjusting. You have the TV, which is amazing.
They got a TV there. They had a big screen.
I love Alex. Me and him always. I get a chance to bullshit with him. Avi, all those guys there.
I love the tacos. Those tacos are fucking fantastic. I think I went there one day and had like 10 tacos in one sitting.
You like taco kisses?
Huh?
Taco kisses? Ben Affleck, you make taco kisses?
Dude, those tacos were delicious.
They
were good, man. But like, I guess I don't know what it's funny how they announced all those movies. Like, you see New Mutant got announced again?
No.
For like August 28th, it'll be in some theaters and it's going to be on demand.
Oh, it's going direct? Thank God.
I think it's going to be Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted. I know Bill and Ted was direct. And it's going to be Keanu Reeves gave a big speech about that, which is amazing. He's like, listen, just put it out there. I mean, but he's the kind of guy who would so he donates all of his money from the Matrix to charity. All his residuals go to charity. That's the kind of guy he is. He's not a fucking political, you know, Hollywood douchebag.
And John Wick, so he's filming back to back. John Wick, do you know that?
John Wick and
4
something
and
else, right?
5. He's doing 4 and 5 back to back.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, and then he's also doing another Matrix.
Yeah, because John Wick and the Matrix were supposed to come out at the same time, same
Yeah,
weekend.
it was supposed to come.
Yeah, and maybe COVID knew, and then maybe COVID's the way the Matrix fucking us up, so they can't come out at the same time.
I think COVID was just a bad science experiment, man. How come anything that happened bad to us as a society comes from animals? Like first you had the monkey with the AIDS, and now you had the bat with the COVID-19. You know what the funny thing? You know what disease was way worse than this shit? It killed way more people. SARS killed a lot more people.
SARS, yeah.
And we never even shut down, and that shit was as contagious.
Well,
That shit was
because
bad.
the thing with SARS was it wasn't as contagious as COVID. I don't know, man.
It's the same. It's the same thing. It's almost. It's a different.
We're running long already as is, but I can have a long conversation with you. Maybe conspiracy theory. I'll jump on with you and Mr. Baker about the video of the guy dumping the mail out in the fucking.
Oh,
you see that video?
Yeah. Is that real?
It looks real to me.
Yeah, dude. Do you see the video of the people that are Democrat and people that are Republican? Like they got that little R in their ballot when they're saying they're ballot. So I keep telling you, I think if Democrat want to push that thing, I say let them push. When they get no vote in the South, because the mailmen know this, they just start throwing out the. Dude, it goes both ways. This election could easily be stolen and rigged on both sides.
I know a few girls who go both ways, and I like them very much.
I'm ready. Dude, I'm ready to get my own. I'm ready to order 300,000 ballots and just put myself.
Put your name in.
Put my name in.
Could you imagine? I know you put that thing on my Facebook, which I thought was funny. Certain idiots chiming in. I'm gay. I'm this. I'm that. Like, come on, stop.
The people lost their mind with that thing. I thought it was funny. You know,
but you put it up like 8 people. I'm the only asshole. Everyone had like a negative comment and say like, "This is being stupid." I'm like, come on, really? I wake up in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I got comments on Facebook. I'm like, what on Facebook? I'm like, really? Like, this is what I get?
Yeah,
like,
but it was
also this guy.
It was also Mr. Byrne that comment, Jay.
Oh, I'm surprised he knows how to use a phone. He's trying to use his double tap A, put a W, like out of here. A rotary phone. Out of here.
Oh my god! No, but you know the funny thing is, I put stuff like that and rip people just to see the reaction. Some people get pissed off. It's like whatever.
They all get pissed off.
And some people are
scared.
Like, some people are like, whatever.
Shut up.
You know what I do? I wake up every morning, and then you know how you get a good night's sleep every morning. How can I make people miserable or make them angry? Let me find a new way of pissing people off. How can I piss somebody off? I'm almost like Larry Davis. What can I do to just get this person so irritated and pissed off?
See, I wake up every morning and go, what can I do today to make someone smile, to make someone happy?
Oh, fuck the smile. These people are so fucking wired.
It's like, fuck you. Fuck you and your happiness, motherfucker. All right, sorry. I'm trying to be happy nowadays, you dick.
You know, I don't get enjoyment out of happy. I get enjoyment out of seeing fucking people get wind up because they're killing themselves. They're getting so fucking sick and they're losing their hair and they're losing their fucking nerves, their fucking mind because of this shit. And all these other people are fucking laughing to the bank. Well, these people are like, oh my god, I can't do this, I can't do that. Oh my god, Trump's coming after me. It's like, what the hell happened? Dude,
well, that's the rich.
What the hell happened?
That's the rich, man. The rich only care about fucking themselves and their money. And I laugh. I had a conversation with someone recently. I said, bro, if you think this is a political thing, if you think this is a left thing or a right thing, or a black thing or a white thing or a gay or a straight thing, it's a money thing.
It's a money thing.
That's all they care about.
You know what's funny? Dude, this whole shit, the whole world's falling apart. Look at the stocks. How come stock? Who the hell's buying these stocks?
How the top 5, not top 5 millionaires, top 5 billionaires almost doubled their shit in the past 6 months.
First of all, I don't call this thing. I don't call this the fucking COVID-19 flu. You know why I call this shit? This is the fucking Amazon flu. It's the Amazon
Probably.
flu. Why?
Oh, I heard he's gonna buy out the movie theaters. I heard
Yeah. Guess who made the most money during this whole pandemic?
made 68 billion.
Why?
I mean,
Everybody was ordering for Amazon. Either
of course, yeah.
Amazon, what's the other one? Walmart, and fucking even Target jumped into the delivery thing. Dude, these
So well,
guys got
I heard Walmart. I
dollars.
heard Walmart's pissed about that. Walmart's gonna start doing their own guaranteed 2-day delivery.
Yeah,
God bless them.
think about that shit. Think about how people do. It's a pandemic. Shit shut down. Even Apple just hit like a new fucking weird fucking number too. All
They
these people.
split soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So if you got, let's say if you got $400. Let's say if you buy a stock of Apple and it's $400, so you're gonna have 4 shares of $100.
Yep.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna break it down. Like I don't know why they're doing that because I guess they got some kind of weird monopoly that I don't know what they're doing. But I thought that was the case. That why did they break up AT&T? Because it was a monopoly. What did AT&T go to? Boy, a bunch of other companies that almost back to the same thing.
Yep. And what do they got Verizon, and they got that's why I said Atlantic changed. Dude, it's all numbers and bullshit.
Dude, think about what AT&T, they bought fucking DirecTV. AT&T runs DirecTV.
Mm-hmm.
And they all, now if you get a phone from if you get an AT&T phone, you get like the free network, you get a bunch of channels for free, and you get HBO Max for free.
Bro, Fios is the same way. Verizon has Fios, and I have Fios. It's a great fucking. I had to upgrade my fucking router the other day. It's great. I mean, I love it. It's phenomenal. But it's a monopoly where they can manipulate the prices. And again, I don't mind the prices, but pay people enough. I will say this much. When I worked for Verizon, I was there for 6 years. I got paid very well.
Yeah.
I know we still have friends who work for Verizon, and they paid very well. So
you just got to pay people good. Like let me tell you, I had a problem a few weeks ago during the pandemic. My modem went down. And guess what? I call Spectrum. As much as shitty and bad as Spectrum server is, guess what? I called them in. They sent a guy within a half an hour.
Put it this way: if you're making $40 an hour, especially in New York City, you're doing fine. Not great. You're not having gold-plated silverware, but you're doing fine. You're living a good life.
The first thing I do when I get my first millions, I'm buying a security detail. That's the first thing I'm buying because I don't want nobody touching me.
You're so full of shit.
Keep everybody
the security detail is more to keep your ass in line from touching anybody else. You'll be the next Ron Jeremy.
Dude, I'll get. You know what? I'm gonna get 2 female bodyguards.
You'll be Ron Jeremy. You'll be like, oh, look at these. Oh, look at these over here. Look at here.
How crazy is that shit that he's like, he's a porn star. The guy's fucking dating girls. Like, what the fuck?
Here's the thing. Have you met Ron Jeremy?
No, I never met him.
Okay, I met him. I can't tell you how many times. Nothing that I'm hearing shocks me. Watching this shit that I've seen him do, because when you live in an industry where, 18-year-old girls know you from the 70s of doing porn, and up to go, oh, you're Ron Jeremy. He goes, oh, and he grabs your tit, and you go, oh my God, you're a tit. You know what it reminds me of? The best I can explain it is Don Vito from Bam Margera.
Oh, yeah.
He pointed the girl's boob and not touch them. And the one girl he got pushed into sued him. Ron is so used to girls just throwing themselves at him that he just got to the point he got a lot of drugs. Like, he didn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. Girl walks over, you got nice tits, grab what you gonna say? I didn't like that? Okay, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm Ron Jeremy. That was always his excuse. Like I said, I watched him grab girls' boobs and suck on them. Just walking up and grabbing girls' tits. And the girl's like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm like, and you're not stopping him. You're not running away and punching him because it's Ron Jeremy. Like,
you should kick him in the head right away. It's Ron Jeremy, I guess.
Yeah, so hearing the stories, I'm like, yeah, I don't condone any of it. I kind of don't say it's bullshit.
Dude, he grabbed that girl Megan, your buddy Megan from Seattle. She told her she'd say something. I think he grabbed her ass or something. He did something.
And she turned around, so I'll break your fucking head. And he's like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, I know.
Think about that. How funny that story is.
I'll tell you some stories off this. And you're like, holy shit, really? Yeah.
I'm like over here drinking coffee, and somebody put whiskey in my coffee by mistake. I don't know how, but
they did. Coffee. We're running super long today. We're about 20 minutes over.
Yeah, but we're on. I'm not on. I'm on the other app, the StreamYard. We can do whatever. We can do like a 12-hour show if we want.
I can still go for another half hour. I ain't give a shit. I
You
feel
want to
bad.
hear something? What do you think about? You see what Alex Jones was talking about the other day? He said that the country is no longer, the news is no longer started. The news is all about like a battle of InfoWar. They don't want InfoWar to start bringing the news or anything. And like these people all shitting all over like Alex Jones and all these people. And now it's funny, conspiracy theory, like the Q. You see fucking Trump acknowledge the QAnon people.
So Denzel Washington, I want to say a few years ago, said it best. He said, it's not about getting what's right, it's about getting out there first. Doesn't matter who it hurts, just get the news there first. It could be the wrong news, and then you could say 10 minutes later, oh, well, we made a mistake, sorry. But anyway, and cover it up. It's about getting out there first. There's no reporters don't report the news anymore. They report and start a story. They tell you the story they want you to believe. How many reporters do you see will tell you something to their angle? So you mean this, right? It's like, no, that's not what I mean. That's not what I said. Answer me a question, I'll give you the answer. So what you mean is, no, that's not what I mean. What I said was this. Take it from what I said. Don't fucking twist it to your narrative.
People twist it all the time. People just became master, just taking your words and twist them.
That's not a reporter. You're a story fucking teller then. Report the news. Don't tell the news. Report it.
But how many times the great paper, the New York Times, got busted on fake news? Think about that. People that wrote articles.
That amazing paper was the king of the crop, the fucking Grand Poobah, and they called bullshit. Come on, man.
Dude, you see what got canceled? The Subway series got canceled because two Met player had.
Now is the whole team quarantined? That's my question.
Technically, they're not playing the Subway series. And you see how they changed those rules about the 14 days for some baseball player? They pretty much only got 3 days, like 3 days, 4 days. Yeah, it's weird with some of the rules they changed. Even this guy, you think baseball's going to finish?
I think they have to.
You think they have to?
I think they have to save face.
Have you watched basketball? Basketball has actually been pretty decent with the no crowd. The way they're doing the NBA is fantastic.
Well, and I hate to say this. I much like hate big money individuals. I hate to say it. It's because Disney has them on lockdown. They have them in their Grand Floridian and a couple other hotels. They're locked down. They can't go anywhere. They're bringing the food in. They're doing this, that, and the other, and they're living their best life. So why not?
So let me bring this up since I got you. Football. Everybody keeps talking about, oh, football is too much contact. And I go to people, too much contact. They hit each other for whatever, then they get right off. How about wrestling, where you're there with a person sweating and this and that? How many wrestlers had?
So first for football, you're wearing 1,000 pads, and you're basically wearing masks to begin with. Wrestling is 1-on-1, so or a tag team, which is 2-on-2.
It's still contact, and you got a referee, and everybody's on top of each other.
But basketball, it's 5-on-5, and you're sweating and you're drooling. Like that's the most contact sport ever.
How about soccer? Soccer too.
No, soccer you're more distant. There's no other in close quarters sport than basketball. It's 5-on-5 that close with the referee.
How about hockey? Hockey too.
But hockey again, you're wearing masks, you're wearing helmets, you're wearing things. You're wearing the face guard that could block shit. They won't give a fuck.
All right, so I find it amazing that you explained that so easy, but everybody that's watching football, oh, there's too much contact. The hockey players smacking each other to the wall.
Because they're idiots.
And the football players is going to be about the same. You got a bunch of equipment. Half of them wear gloves and all this stuff. The only thing that's scary, you know what? You wear a little mask, you get something, you should be fine. I don't understand why football should be hurt.
First of all, the offensive line in football, their shoulders are like fucking 6 feet apart to begin with. So they're going to be spaced out anyway. I mean, if you really want to do basketball is the biggest contact sport.
Yeah.
Besides rugby.
Yeah.
If you're playing rugby, I get it. Rugby is probably worse, but in America, no one's playing rugby. Let's be honest. Unless you're in college, which I don't know if you saw Notre Dame shut down again.
Yeah. Actually, there's not going to be any. They're talking about college football in the spring. There might not even be a college football season to the spring.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's they're crushing the economy and not realizing that they're doing it, or they are, and I just don't care.
Dude, think about what the East Village used to be. Think about how Or why would you go to NYU if all your classes are going to be virtual? You can do it from home. Think
Did
about it,
you
that's a whole
see?
group of people we're not going to get no more.
Did you see the news about that? So they quarantined all the students and they got shit food. Did you please tell me you saw that?
No, I didn't see that. Who did that?
Oh, it's been all over the news now. So they go to NYU, they're paying $37,000 minimum, close to $60,000 a fucking year for tuition, and they had them self quarantine in their fucking dorms. And like for dinner, they gave them 2 apples and a bag of chips. That was their dinner. Like they showed it all on Twitter. They're like, "Listen, I thought
Wow.
this was a joke. This is my meal. This is a snack." And it was like, "Yeah." And then NYU came back with the whole, "Well, we hired a new catering company. We're really sorry for the things that happened, the way it went on." Like, these aren't like cheap kids. These are kids who are paying a lot of money per year for schooling. And I mean, NYU is not cheap.
Nah.
I couldn't stop. I watched this. I couldn't stop laughing. The kid's like, "I got an apple and 2 bags of Doritos. And that was my dinner." I was like, lose the weight, fatty.
But you know what? That is a college dinner. Sometimes some of us that was a college dinner.
And when I was in Hofstra, it was.
And,
I was drinking a lot of booze.
and you're lucky that you got the apple.
This is true. The apple's healthy.
The apple's healthy, man.
When I was in Hofstra, my thing was Ilio's pizza and beer.
But think about how that's going to fuck up all the bars in these villages not having those extra NYU kids.
Oh my God.
How about all these landlords? Guess how much? Guess what? All these kids that will come in and rent your apartment, they're not there no more.
No.
Think about that. You're going to hear crickets. You're going to go to NYU crickets.
So again, probably better for your conspiracy theory show. Do you think this jerk-off mayor is doing this so his cronies can come in and buy up buildings and buy up rent spots and then fucking...
And then raise the price to whatever, maybe.
And then same as Greenpoint and Williamsburg, they plummeted when the fucking L train was shutting down. The minute it didn't shut down, all of a sudden the rents went up through the roof again. Do you think he's doing all this shutdown to make the prices lower so he could buy in?
You know what? We're giving him too much credit because he's not that smart. I think the shutdown is something. If anything, he really has no power open or do anything because Cuomo's the one that pretty much smacks him around and say, do this, do that. Maybe it's something he will have people, check it out. People are going to be, guess who's going to be buying more property? You're going to have a lot of brand new Jewish Jewish people are coming into the city and they'll start buying everything out.
Robert, that's anti-Semitic.
What?
No.
Do I already see Jewish guys on my block looking at the buildings? What do you think they're doing there? It's not... Dude, they got the money, and when they'll go to you, hey, you really want this fucking you want to get this, and they do it all the time. They're look at the people that own Doc Holliday's building. There's Jewish people.
I cannot confirm nor deny. That when once my mom got sick and she hasn't been here, that a certain group of individuals showed up at the house with legit suitcases of money, saying we're gonna buy a house.
That's the way it's going. And you see,
again, I'm not confirming it nor denying it.
I'm telling you, they walk around and they buy property. That's the way to get and they'll put everybody in their house. They'll take over, and that's it. They get one or two tenant, regular tenant, then the rest of them, and they make money. Got to make money. Yo, you can't be angry at people that you take advantage of an opportunity. Why not? One
thing, and I say is about my old boss was my ex-wife's uncle. He always said, he goes, the one thing they're not making more of is land.
No.
Property will always be worth something eventually.
Yeah. As long as you guys think about it, if you could buy cheap and let's say 20 years from now, which shit gets a little better because it probably will get better.
So the old restaurant I used to work at, they bought the building in 1970, I think it was 1969, I think 1971.
Yeah.
They spent, I think, $100,000 for the building. They sold it last year or 2 years ago for I think $15 million.
Yeah.
Could you imagine what the building you live in, what it went for in the late 60s, early 70s?
Probably nothing.
Because the village is still a shit show.
Yeah. Because when I moved into the village, you know how much my first apartment was in the East Village? I think it was like maybe $225. And it was me and one of my buddies, and we moved in. And we took the apartment, and it was that cheap. Dude, we were bus boys.
And now how much?
And we were making like $200 a day, huh? Now it's $2,700. But it's still rent stabilized for 2,700 because the apartment should actually this apartment should actually be 5,000. It should be because it's two apartment. I got two
Oh, okay.
apartment.
I'm like, you made it sound like what the fuck?
No, so one apartment is $1,000. The other apartment is 1,700. So both
All
together is 12. But it's two apartments, you know. And then I have
$1,000 living in the East Village is still fucking cheap, man.
And then I got the backyard.
That's true.
So with that to say, but think about if I ever left the apartment and they decide to do it, you know what? Give me some money to go. They'll rent this shit out for whatever. But now, guess what? Nobody's gonna be moving in New York for a while.
Nope.
If anything, you could probably people that live in Brooklyn will probably start moving back in the city because
it's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
And you see what these millennials are doing now? They're all getting together, right? Like there was a group of millennials. They were on TV not too long ago. There were 6 of them. They were all paying like $1,000 for like 6,000 for this. They just went upstate and they bought a piece of land and they built a house. Like they said, for what we're paying, they just got a big house and they're gonna make a bunch of rooms. And for what we were paying in the city, we live here. Look at all they got like 2-3 acres of land.
It's amazing. Your own bathroom each. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
That's what raised the rents everywhere they went. These little fuckheads moved in for a 1-bedroom for literally a room the size of this, and they're all sleeping in it for like fucking $500 each. So it raises the rent to $4,000 or $5,000 for Bed-Stuy.
Yeah,
Bed-Stuy is still called Bed-Stuy do or die for a reason. It's not a good neighborhood.
I mean, it wasn't a good neighborhood.
The people there are nice, but past 10 o'clock, you're gonna get shot.
Let me tell you, look at Brooklyn, how bad Brooklyn is, how many people getting shot in Brooklyn. Look how many people getting shot uptown. It's like, what the fuck, man?
So I live in Brooklyn, and I'm used to certain things. At least every other day, there's a thing of my citizen of a gunshot about 5 blocks from my house.
It's amazing.
It sucks.
It's amazing. It's amazing. The Citizen app. You know what I get on my Citizen app? Crazy person in the park. Crazy person in the park. Some guys throwing shit at people, like somebody literally taking a shit and throwing people, jihad style, just go pick his ass and throwing shit at people and walking by. Dude, it's amazing. It's amazing how the hell this happened.
All right, so how can people get a hold of you? Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. This is a supersized show of the Freak Show, episode 103. Yeah.
McDonald's are not sponsor us, but maybe they should.
McDonald's should sponsor shit. Bud Light. I had a Bud Light. Those son of a bitches should call me up right now.
Social Black Death vodka.
Oh yeah, that's a good vodka. I got the same shirt.
I got the lovely Nicole at 7B gave me this shirt.
Yeah. The 7B, they always give us good swag every time we go there. You know, we can't complain.
Did you hear that McDonald's is doing a 48 bucket piece now of chicken nuggets?
48, damn.
48 piece. It's gonna be a bucket.
Do you remember when they did the fucking 50 piece for like, was it a 50 piece or 100 piece for like $9.99? Remember that they had that deal one time? Dude, the box was like this big.
I can imagine.
I think Eric went and he bought like something like 50 or 100.
I can see that.
The fucking the internet just smell like shit and nuggets.
All right, where can they find you on?
So you can find me on Twitter, Instagram. The YouTube channel is starting to take off like crazy, man. Like the YouTube is doing real good. I gotta thank the people. And I don't know if I was doing the lunch with Rob. I changed the name of the show to Let's Dig In. So so now 4 times a week I go to 2 people actually calling me up to come to the place. You know that?
Oh, I'm there. Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
People are actually calling me up to come to the place and review the food. I do a quick review, but I eat half of the food so fast.
It happens. You know me. I'm on Freak John on everything. Twitter, Gmail. I think I'm Freak John 718 on Xbox. I'm on Twitch. Same thing. All the same shit.
Dude, what happened to Mixer?
Went under.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I thought Microsoft bought it. Or maybe they're bringing it back.
No, they went under. They weren't doing the numbers. I think Microsoft said, fuck it, we're not doing the numbers. So like, all right, cool, we're out. So it sucks, but.
All right. So Johnny, hold on. I got a phone call just now.
All right,
John. So I'll see you next week. And remember, don't get drunk, get lumped up. Talk to you soon,
Yeah.
brother.
Love you guys. Fuck you guys. Adios.
Hasta la vista. Bye-bye.